Of course, yet again, I get this job. Mike and Aaron are in the shop where it's nice and warm, not windy, not raining, and definitely not muddy. Let's go see what we've got. Well, I think I found the problem. Looks like our Hickenbottom floated up, but I see why it floated up. If you look down in there, our tile that we installed is actually over there for the main line, and then this tees off of it to send the water over to the main line and away. There's an old tile down in there that created a suck hole, sucked all that dirt down in there, so nothing was holding this up, or should I say down anymore, and it just came up. So I can't fix this permanently since that's creating a suck hole. I did round up some rocks. I'm gonna throw some rocks down in there to slow the amount of suction that it does create. I'm gonna stand on this pipe, shove it down in there the best I can, and drive a stake next to it and screw it off. It is gonna be a temporary fix, but this is the major problem that it can cause. When our pipe doesn't take on the appropriate amount of water because it stood up like that, it allows that water to come up, jump the dry dam, and start washing this out, and that is definitely not what we want. It is very minimal currently, so as long as I can mitigate that. And yes, it's starting to rain, but you know what? I'm the guy that's not in the dry shop. Gotta wipe your all's nose off. We're gonna try to get this sucker put back together pretty quick so we don't get too wet. All right, we got our rocks down in there to clog up sort of that other pipe. I've smashed them down in the hole. That'll also mark where that pipe's at for later. Not really that that matters, but now I know this is just gonna get sucked out in the way, but we can't have that riser tee standing up like that. So I gotta move this dirt around, dig out from underneath of it so that I can get her shoved back down in there and stood up properly. Hopefully we won't have to do, oh my goodness, I about fell. Hopefully we won't have to do a whole lot of digging here. We can get her smashed down in there. About like that right there. And again, this is not a permanent fix. All that's going to ensure is our riser takes the majority of the water. I know for a fact all that mud that's now shoved up around that pipe is only going to go away. So I got to drive a stake as deep as I can. I'm hopeful to get it below that other pipe that's down in there so I can screw it off right here, and this riser will at least stay at this elevation. So now we got to grab a stake, drive it in, screw it off, cross our fingers it holds. Well, we got our wooden laths. We're going to see if we can drive these down in there right next to the riser, 2 of them. I know the dirt around this thing is going to just suck right back out of there. So the hope is that we can drive it, screw it off. Now you guys get an actual visual of it. Ow, that was my hand. Hit the wood, not your hand. Yes, it's a hatchet, not a hammer, but it's what I had, so that's what we're going to use. I want to drive her down in there pretty deep, so if it does wash out around it, should I say when it does wash out around it, it will still hold the riser at this elevation. Now, let's get that one screwed off. And then we'll drive our second one to ensure it's held exceptionally well. Goodness gracious. Oh, I think he owes me a steak dinner. What do y'all think? Put that in the comments. That way I can screenshot it and show him. Yep, using Phillips heads. Not very smart, but it's what we had. We don't want to strip it out, that's for sure. My battery ran out in that arm. I actually might take that screw back out, step on that pipe. Looks like the water already got it to float up a little bit. Yep, sure did. Oh, two's definitely going to be needed, that's for sure. Oh, well, good thing I brought more than 2 screws. That one went in the drink. I think that'll hold her pretty good. And now, where you guys are at, that elevation there, the water can get to that level. So now at least I feel pretty confident it's not going to float up, which basically makes it take on 0 water. It'll still stay in place. The water can come up to this level, go in the pipe, and then slowly go down as a controlled release like it's supposed to. Now we just got to pack all this stuff back to the Jeep. You can see how muddy it is. I would drive the Jeep down here on a normal day, but y'all see them round bells up there? The Jeep is actually way over there in those trees. And I wasn't going to drive down in here and then have to call DP for him to be able to video me stuck. So I used my own 2 legs. Anyway, got stuck with a crap job again, but we got her done. Yes, this is a temporary fix as stated earlier. This is not permanent. The long-term solution would be to come in here with the Mini or something, dig this dirt back, find that original old tile that created the suck hole, spray foam it shut or something to where it won't suck hole again, and then put this pipe back down without the wooden laths in the proper spot elevation wise, and then scratch all this dirt around here that's all just sediment that's washed down over the hill after we did the work, and pack it back in around that pipe so it never floats again. Hopefully you guys liked the video, and as always, like, comment, subscribe.